Alright, now going back to the drawing, I'm gonna go back to files, gonna go to desktop. You're gonna see where it says isometric classwork 190421. That is the drawing we were starting yesterday. So this is where we reached yesterday. Alright. Now let's look back on the question. You are to convert this image, right, this orthographic drawing, and here are closer images. Now I explained to you that the reason why you see me taking photos of the paper is because this past paper is so recent that CXC doesn't publish it. I have to just take quick screenshots of their questions. Alright? 1 second. Who's that?
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's Josh. That's Josh. Alright, let me put my camera on the screen. Have to put it side by side. There we go.
Afternoon.
Alright, good afternoon, Josh. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Let's hope that we can really reach some great progress in this drawing. Alright, by the end of the week, we should finish another coursework, which is going to be this isometric drawing. Alright, so just look at it for me. So a quick correction. On the drawing, right, it specified some measurements as it relates to the fillet, right? I thought it was 3 millimeters, but it's actually 5 millimeters. Alright, so you're gonna change that 3 millimeters to 5 for me. And a simple way to just change the fillet would be just for you to extend the lines back to original. There we go. And then you can delete the curve, and you just type the command fillet, specify the radius to be 5. There we go. And now you can do the fillet once more, and you see the large difference. Understood?
By the way, this will be on YouTube, right?
Yeah, this will be on YouTube. Even the one that we did last class was on YouTube. So what you guys should do, every time I send the link, just save the link, because you can just go back to the playlist and you'll see the next video underneath the one you watched. Alright, let's go back. So let's go down now. Let's move this vertically downwards to the base. So what was the height of this again? It was 15, correct? From correct. This was 15. There we go. But we don't want to move it, we want to copy it. So we're going to type copy. Copy. And then we're going to set the base going down. I'm going to type 15. There we go. So now we can now move this line to this point. And there we have our brand new fillet. We can trim. Excellent. Any questions? So let's do that for each side. Okay, let's continue. So as it relates to the metrics of inside, that's what we're going to focus on. So the curve, you should be finishing that. Who is that now? That is Christoph. Christoph, wrong class. Alright. So the metric of the inside is what I'm going to be designing now. So pay attention for me now. Yesterday we got the base. We said that you went 72 out on both sides. And then to find the structure, you went 40, which is 20 on both sides. And then you connected it back to the base. And that would give you this distance that you see. Alright. So once we have that down, the next thing to design is going to be this component, this vertical component that goes up to be, is that 16? Let's get a clear image. It's 30. So we're gonna go up 30. Alright, let's see who's that. That is Corey. Good afternoon, Corey. So let's pan. P-A-N. Right, how do I remove this banner? Right, I don't know how to remove this button, it's in the way. Okay, let me continue though. So PAN, there we go. Let's zoom out. Now we're gonna go a height of 30 upwards. Line, specify 30 upwards. Okay, 30. Okay, now you're gonna go into the midpoint of the circle. You're gonna also go up 30. Okay, and then you can just go across 15. Sorry, not 15, but the exact radius. So what's the radius of the circle? Let's type distance, specify this point. So we're gonna go 20 on each side. So now we're gonna go 20, 20, 20 again, and we're gonna go 20 on the other side as well. I'm gonna go 20 across.
Sir, I think I could do the drawing. It's just that the box, construction box, confuses me.
Alright, tell you what. If you want, you can just draw it normally and then you put the construction box after. So let me just turn off the construction box to show you the difference. So let me switch my layer. Let's just use the white line and then let's just turn off the blue line for now. There we go. But before I do that, I must transport what I did to the white line. So if you don't want to use the construction box and you think you would go faster if you had just used one layer, then you can do that, but then you must change it afterwards. So let me just move this to the white line. Alright, now let's switch this now. All you have to do is just select that layer and now you can turn off the construction box. There we go. Isn't that hard, right guys? There you go. So is everybody at this stage?
No, sir. When do you want the work back?
Friday.
No problem.
Friday. Oh, okay.
Alright, Dara.
Alright, for some reason I'm having some connection issues because I can't select my lines, which is strange. 1 second. Let me just try to connect again. Alright. Alright, yeah, I can't select my lines for some reason. Okay. There we go. Let's continue. So as I said, you're gonna draw a box, right, over this design that is in a radius of 40. Okay, and it has a height of 30. So let me just quickly draw the box out here and then I'll place it on top. So here we go. We're gonna draw a line going 20 or 40 in this direction, 40 in this direction, 40 in this direction, 40 in this direction, and 40 in this direction. I'm gonna just give it a height of 30 beneath. Alright, I'm gonna go across now 40. Right, and now all I would need to do is just place this box on top of the vertical cone. Let's quickly go here. So I'm going to select this box right here. There we go. I'm going to move it But first, let me find a midpoint so I can have a base to draw with. So let me turn on the D settings. D settings. Is there anybody else in the room? Camera on for me, Corey. Camera on. Let's turn on line. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to just move this entire object. Okay, press enter. Into the center. But you realize something. If I move it, I haven't given it its height. So what I need to do, I need to move the base point from the base. I'm going to just copy this midpoint line. And I'm just going to place it at the base as well. There I go. And then I move everything from this point. Press enter, select this point, and then I put it here. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Alright, so let's look at another sketch now. So that's the overall idea. So that's the construction box for the top there. Now as it relates to what is housed on the top, alright, here you go. Okay, now we're gonna begin to draw this design. So let's start off firstly by looking at the next part. So the next part that we're gonna draw is going to be the fork. That's part number 2. Okay, let's see if I have another sketch of part number 2. Here we go. Alright, so let's sketch. So what I advise you to do, Josh, Corey, and Patrick, sketch each individual part by themselves in isometric, and then you just move each part and assemble it on the device itself. That's way easier. So I'm gonna call on Josh now, and he's gonna now sketch this in isometric. So I'm gonna send you the link, Josh. Alright, so let's pan over. I'm gonna send you the link and you're gonna control my screen and tell me what should I draw. So you're gonna draw on my screen. Let me copy the link. Alright, there you go. So click on that link and now you're able to control my screen. What I want you to draw now, you're gonna draw part number 2, which is right beside there. This is the front view, and then this is the plan view. Alright? Draw this part 2 in isometric for me. Josh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so are you on the link now?
Sure.
Good afternoon, Zachary. Are you on the link?
What, sir? It's loaded.
Oh, so I just sent a link for for Josh to control my screen remotely. There you go. He can control it now. So you should look at this sketch that you see above here. Sorry. You're gonna use this sketch now of part number 2. Where is it? Right here. This is the front view. This is the plan view. I want Zachary now quickly just to sketch it and Josh to draw it in AutoCAD. So
Draw what, the whole thing?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a piece of paper and
Yeah.
sketch it, sir.
So Josh, just to make it clear, you're gonna be the one drawing it, and Zachary's gonna be the one telling you what to draw, because he's gonna sketch it for you. Clear?
Wait. Okay. I don't really get it, but okay.
But if you,
So, wait. Have to use the 3 views of this thing?
yeah, see, you could sketch the isometric based on the 2 views here, because you have the plan view right here, and you have the front view.
I don't have the end view though.
Yeah, you could design the end view by you sketching it out. That's typically another question. CSEC would give you 2 views and say
freehand sketch or
yeah, just quickly freehand sketch it so he can know what the end view would look like.
okay, sir.
So let me show you the method that I typically use when I don't have time to really sketch the third view, right? Because you need the third view to see it, but typically you don't. All right. What you can do is begin to sketch the details that you have from the plan view.
Can I link the picture?
Sure.
The sketch?
Sure. I'm sending a link. There you go. Sending it now. So, Josh, look at this for me now. So, let's say this is my plan view, right? So, I know that when I'm looking above, I should see a circle. Alright, a circle. But does this have any circle right here? So, what does that mean? That means that there's a cylindrical hole on the base right here. Do you see that? Josh?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if there's no circle right here, that means that it's going to have two vertical standpoints with a base and a circle is in that base going down. That's basically what you have there. So what you can do to begin while Zachary is sketching the third view for you to see, he's going to send it in WhatsApp so you can look at it. But while he's doing that, let's start off quickly by just going to our construction layer and sketch it out for ourselves. Let's go to our construction layer. Here we go. The very first thing we have to realize is that we can know the width and the length. So what's the total now? Let me move this up. There you go. We can know the total width of this object. Alright? Let me just quickly check if it is there. No, it is not there. Let me look at another view. Let me quickly see what's the width. 1 second, Josh. Let me look at the width for you. So here we go. These are the measurements we are given. Let me just look at the width for you. Here we go. So this part was cut off. My bad. So you see this? It is 70. Alright? So we know the width is 70. Alright? And we can use that now to begin to sketch it in AutoCAD. So let's use this now. Tell me what's the first thing you would design, Josh?
I'd start from the bottom, go up.
Alright. So you would draw what exactly first? What's the best detail for you to start from? You can go for a pencil and paper just to sketch it, alright? But here's the beauty of AutoCAD. There is a sketch feature. So when you're drawing your lines now, it actually looks like a sketch. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to use perfect measurements to get your sketch. You just need to form out the idea. So let me give you an example. Alright, I know that there's going to be two prongs going up. I'm going to just quickly sketch out those prongs. Alright, here I go. One prong going up. It's going down. It's coming down. It goes across a little bit. And it goes across a little bit. And it goes here. Alright, and it goes down. Okay?
Oh, I thought it was supposed to like proper dry it.
No, sketch it. Right?
Like, yes, sir. So look at that. That's supposed to be like a triangle, so how would we know that? Because in the end view, it's like a curvy triangle thing.
What's that? This?
Look at the end view.
Oh, Zachary's picture?
But like, when in the end view, it's like, it's this. It's not a square.
Which end view are you referring to? There's only a front view and a plan view right here.
If you look at the end view they gave us.
Wait 1 second. Let me look at the...
I know what you're saying, sir.
Yeah, that.
This? No, this is a separate... This is a oh yes, this is the end view. You're right. I just realized as well. Right, this is part number 2. My bad. So that was cut off because when I was looking at the other view to draw it, right, I only had this. I didn't realize that there was a second end view, the end view. So you have every detail then. So that means, Josh, it's gonna be a curve, right? Exactly. It's gonna be a curve. My apologies. I didn't realize that.
What exactly? You have to do, sir?
Can you repeat that?
What exactly would we have to do?
So you should be starting your isometric sketch, and the first thing I said to make it easier for you. Yes.
Confused, sir.
All right, hold on. Let me send you the picture. So wait 1 second, Zachary. Look at this image as well. So this image has the end view for you to look at. So all you would do is just to put the curve on your sketch, Zachary. All right. But Corey, what I was saying is that to make it easier on ourselves, we're just gonna draw the isometric of each part and then assemble it together to make the design.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So we're drawing the assembly now. We're drawing the isometric, and Josh is gonna sketch it for us quickly. So he said it's gonna be a curve on both sides, and it's correct. I didn't see that detailed until just now.
Wait, so should I sketch it or should I like proper draw it?
Alright, since we have the 3 views, we can draw it actually. So let me convert back to proper lines. 1 second. Let me go back to proper line. So if you want to sketch in AutoCAD, you just simply need to go to the top, and you're gonna go back to Sketchy or 2D wireframe. There you go. So you can draw it normally now. Alright, so he's starting off with an isocircle. So he's starting from the very base. Now, remember the image is... Repeat that?
Can I see the picture again?
Sure. Alright. 1 second. Here you go. So the diameter of the circle that you're drawing right now is 26. So it has a radius of what? Because we only use radius when we're drawing isocircles. What's the radius?
Oh.
Corey, if the diameter is 26, what's the radius?
A half of 26.
So how do you delete this?
Wait, let me check your drawing. Oh, how do you delete that? There you go.
Okay, there's the EL and
Mm-hmm.
the base.
So sorry, it would be 13.
Repeat?
The base is 40, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait, let me check to verify that. Hold on. Let me check. So the base, there's 2 bases. There's one with 70 and there's a smaller one with 40.
As in the one up. Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was when there was the other one, like that was below it.
So look at it. The 40, that one that you're referring to, that's gonna be right here, and the 71 is referring to the housing, which is the prong. Alright? So there's a little small attachment below everything that has the 40. See that? So it's a diameter of 40 right there.
So do I have to do this?
Wait, let me check your drawing.
Down.
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You don't have to do that, because what you're gonna have to do is simply let me look at it and tell you how you're gonna do it. You're going to really have the larger circle diameter, right, and then a smaller one going on the outside, not the inside. So for yours, for example, this, which one is the 40?
The 40 is a bigger one.
Right, exactly. So if, for one moment, 1 second, let me show you something. This circle is sharing the same diameter as this one, right? Okay, so what you should have done,
It's different, isn't it? Because it would be like 6 less.
No, but it's sharing the same center point, right?
Yes, sir.
So if it's sharing the same center point, the measurement for how much you would go down, right? Typically it's 3 millimeters, right?
Yeah.
So this
It says on the end view that it. Wait, what
So
does that say, sir?
3 times a 45-degree angle. So you're gonna go down. Yeah, it's a 45-degree angle. Okay. So what that typically means is that you're going to now have a smaller incision, right? That goes down a 45-degree angle, and you can find that measurement by just drawing a line. So look at this one, Josh. 1 second. We're just gonna draw a line that has 40 millimeters. Then we're gonna go down and draw a 45 millimeter line. So you're gonna press tab and snap it to 45. Then press tab again, and you're gonna draw 3. There you go. And now you can measure what this line would be. So now we're gonna draw the same thing on the opposite side.
It's 2 p.m.
We're gonna go here,
We're having a good day.
and then we're gonna snap this one. So what is 45 degrees in the opposite direction? Isn't it going to be, what is
135.
Yeah, 135. Let's snap it to 135. Alright, and let's snap it again to 3 millimeters. There we go. So this distance is going to be the diameter of the next circle. Let's measure it. And that's going to be 35.8. So the diameter of the smaller circle, Josh, is going to be 35.8. So draw a circle of 35.8 with the same center. So let me show you. I'm going to go from here. Let's just delete this for a second. And you're going to select ellipse I, same center point, specify 35.8. Oh, my bad. That was going to be the radius. Okay, Google. 35.8 divided by 2.
The answer is 17.9.
Alright, 17.9. So we're going to go here. We're going to type in ellipse, isocircle, and then we're going to select 17.9. There we go. Alright. Let's see. This one has to be our smaller circle. Then we're going to move this one down 3 millimeters. And there you go. Okay, so what you can do now to get the line correct, let me just quickly measure it and see. Yes, it's 3 millimeters. So what we can do now is draw a line straight down. Wait, I think I had a sketch. Where's the sketch? 1 second. Alright, so where's that part? For the base. Here we go. So the base is right here, but the sketch is very blurry, so that's why you might not see it. So we can just trim this out. Alright, so for now, just keep that in mind and continue drawing the other sections, Josh.
Okay, let's try again.
Alright, so what's the next part you're going to draw? Let's look at it. Now you're going to draw now. After you have that base of 40, you're going to go up a height of how much? Let's look at it. That's 11. Is that 11? Let me get a clear image. 1 second. That's 10. That's 10, right? That's 10. So my apologies, guys, but this is the best I could do. CXC will never, you will never ever find a past paper booklet for TD, mechanical engineering, or building technology, because these subjects tend to repeat questions, right? Because I have all the questions, but I can't screenshot it. They have a software where you can only view it perfectly on your laptop, but nobody else can either screenshot rather than just take a picture. So that's what I did. But when we have marathons though, I'm just gonna connect a projector to my screen so you can view the drawing details perfectly without a screenshot.
So that was up by 7, right?
Wait, let me check here. So,
Hello?
can you hear me? So you're gonna go up 10 first. Gonna go up 10.
Doesn't the 10 include the bottom piece, which was 3?
No. Oh, 7. My bad. 7. Right. The picture is so blurry. 1 second. There we go. 7 subtract 3. Right. Go up 7, and then now you begin to go up vertically 65.
Wait, the thing isn't like snapping, sir.
Hold on. Let me turn on quadrant. There you go. Try again. So you're gonna go up 7. So what I would think you would have done is just to go up. Let's draw another circle and go up the same diameter of the 40, because that's what it really means for you to do. So just copy that from the base point and then go up 7. Go up 7. Right. There you go. Alright. I used to think like that too when I was doing this. I always used to draw the line first and then I drew the circles, but it saves you time just to have the circles. So good. You can start to see the design coming out. Let's continue now. The next thing you're gonna draw for me. Can you repeat that?
Should I trim now?
You don't have to trim now, because if you begin to trim now, you could have saved the time when you have finished everything and then you trim. Because all of those are construction lines. We haven't even drawn our main lines yet. So don't delete anything you see there. Those are construction lines. Alright, the next thing now they're going to draw is that from the center point, you're going to have the block going out 70 millimeters. Alright? So you're going to draw a square on top of that now with 70 millimeters all around. So a quick little tip, Josh. What you can do, draw the box outside first so you don't get confused. So undo that. Yes. So draw the box somewhere out here and then you place it on top of that so you don't get confused.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do I delete this, sir?
So you press the line and then you just press the delete button. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just do it. Press the line and then you just press the delete button. Pan over here and it's gonna draw the box now. So the box, it has a height of, what is this measurement? It's so blurry. 1 second. Let's go to another one. So it's 65 minus what? 35?
What?
So 65 minus, so the box right here, this distance right here, yeah.
30. So it's 30 by 70.
Okay, right, 30 by 70. I don't know how you guys see so well. My glasses are failing. So let's draw the box out here. So you're gonna go 30 by 70. So the square is 70 by 70, but you're gonna give it a height of 30.
Okay.
Right. Are you sure you're in isometric? Hold on. That doesn't look like isometric. 1 second. 1 sec. Yeah, there you go. Should be 70. And continue now. $70. Excellent. And then you're gonna copy that line vertically upwards 30. And that's your box. Oops, my bad. I didn't realize I was on the screen. 1 second. Let me zoom out for you and try to find where your drawing is. Where's the drawing? Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. You can continue now. Let me just check who's here. Mark register. So what I'm thinking to do, what you guys can request, you see, if you're having difficulty because you're gonna just continue this drawing after class, you can ask me, sir, can you join a quick Zoom meeting to explain this thing? And I am glad to do that. Alright? Technical drawing cannot be done in a 45-minute session. There's gonna be times when we need more than that. Alright? So if you do need the help, just message me, and then I'll just invite everybody to that session. It could be at 7. The latest I'll do is 9. Alright? And a quick 30-minute or 45-minute session just to explain anything you guys need help with.
Alright, sir, thanks.
Because really and truly, I'm gonna tell you something. When I was doing TD, rarely I ever leave the TD lab because it was a lab, right? And I would buy lunch, I'd sit back down there, eat my lunch and do work. I'd have my break in there while I'm doing work. The only time I'd leave the TD lab is when I had other classes. So it's very strange that we only have 45 minutes because I really spent like probably 2 hours every time I had TD in that lab. There you go. There you go. The fun part of this, Josh, is when you're finished and you're gonna be trimming out everything. That's the fun part. So just move this box now, draw the midpoint line, and you're gonna move that on top of that cylindrical, that thing that you have there. Wait. You're gonna run into some problems, so let me help you quickly. Before you do that, let me help you. So firstly, a quick tip. If you're gonna be moving something to place on a center, you need to find the midpoint of this thing. So let me show you. So you're gonna firstly go tight line, find the midpoint, then you go across, because what happens is that the center needs to be found of this base for you to put it on the top of another center. So we're gonna go here now, we're gonna select everything here, and then now we're gonna move this from the center point to the center point of this object. Let's move it across. Okay, pan. Alright. Now, I think there's an error right here. Let me just quickly check. The height. Oh, I know why. The reason why is because if you look closely, this sign, right, should go up vertically, and then yes, it does house everything in it. Do you see that? So it should cover everything wholly. The only thing you're gonna see, that little circle behind it, is when you turn it over. But based on this, it does cover everything. So continue for me now, Josh. You're gonna now go up. After you draw the distance of 35, you're going to continue now going up and finish that design. So let me tell you the distance. 35 up as well. So continue drawing 35 up. Wait, before you draw the distance across, you can just find the distance that you will go across from this. So what distance would you go across to find the curve? So, I mean the width rather. The width of the curve right there. Let's look at the end view. Let's look at the end view. So the curve is going to be, that's so blurry. But the curve is going to be at a width of 40, right? Minus 70, and then half of that on both sides. Everybody see that? It's going to be 15, is that correct? So what I'm suggesting you do is, just while you're doing this line, you just go 15 across. So you're gonna of course do this. One second. This is what we call polar tracking. There we go. And then we go down. You're gonna just go over 15 millimeters. And you know this is gonna be the box for your curve. One second, let me zoom in. Oops, meeting ended. Alright, so you're gonna go 15 across. I'm gonna continue now, going down. So this is a part of TD a lot of students love because the intricacy happens. And now when you have this part, you're gonna get the curve now for the base. So we're gonna type arc, well not arc, but ellipse isocircle. Right? We're gonna specify the midpoint to be here. We're gonna specify ellipse isocircle. And let's change the grid to side. Instead of top, let's put it to left. Here we go. Ellipse isocircle. There we go. And we're going to specify this height. Copy it. And go out a distance of 15. And then we're going to trim it. So that is so beautiful to me. I don't know why, but that is a beautiful part of TD to me. Because now what I'm going to do, I'm going to now draw over this. I'm going to draw over this and put in some mainline details. So I'm just going to continue this because I realize nobody else is rejoining, which is fine. Probably have another class now. So I'm just going to continue drawing over this. Our class is finished. This class is finished. So I'm just going to continue up to 2:30. Alright. Let's now draw over this with our main line. Go to object. And I'm going to type ellipse isocircle. Specify this point. There I go. I'm going to trim to this point. There I go. And I'm also going to copy this to this point. There I go. And then I'm going to trim this now. Alright, draw a horizontal quadrant line. Connect them. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to now trim. I'm going to now trim. There we go. Alright. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you have ever seen? That is the beauty of technical drawing. Right there. So, what I'm going to advise you to do now, because this drawing is symmetrical, alright, we're just going to now copy this entirely. Maybe saying, sir, how are we going to find out the lines? Here's what we're going to do. Select them singularly. There we go. There we go. There we go. We can press shift to deselect a line. So I don't want to select that one. I'm going to press shift. I'm going to press, and the plus tells you when you're adding a line to the selection, and the minus tells you when you're subtracting a line from the selection. So there you go. Subtracting, adding. Alright, and then I'm going to copy this And now from the midpoint, no, not from the midpoint, from the base point of this edge, alright, I'm going to copy it to the midpoint of the entire drawing, which is here. And there we go. That is our drawing completed. Well, not actually, because I didn't copy it entirely. Let's try that one more time. Let's try it one more time. I'm going to select copy. Oh, or what I could do, here's another way I could look at it. From this viewpoint, I could just copy this line there we go. There's so many ways you could look at it, because now what I could do is just copy. So this is the detailed way of getting your drawing, but however in the exam you must decide the most efficient way. Alright, so let's copy this line, and now we're going to copy it from this point and paste it here. There we go. Now I'm going to ask you one more time, isn't that the most beautiful design you have seen? Alright, so we're going to continue from here. I'm going to save this drawing. There you go. Alright, you guys have it accessible on the portal and on the server that we're using for AutoCAD, because I know some persons can't download it. Alright, if you have any questions, just let me know. But this is the update progress that we have so far. Now, just to make sure you aren't confused, let's turn off the construction layer and show you what we really have. One second. So this is really what we designed today from all of that line. Alright? That. Okay. And obviously the base as well. We're gonna change this to our main lines. So let me put this quickly in our main lines. Let's convert it to our main lines. So go to layer. Let's go to object, and then now let me show you what we designed today. So your homework is going to be to continue, and this will be due, right? This will be due on Friday. Alright. Here's the progress. Turn on everything, and I'll see you guys in the next class, which is Friday. But until Friday, we can have multiple sessions in the evenings to assist you in completing this work. There you go. Take care.